A microorganism happens into favorable enough conditions to duplicate its DNA and multiply. In an instant, an entirely new microorganism is rendered into existence. This new microbe looks out at an array of colors and objects. Confused, it turns to its parent microbe and asks, "What am I?" "Alive," the parent microbe says matter-of-factly, and then swims off, leaving the new microbe to itself. The new microbe is hungry and confused. It swims out across the vast landscape of its surroundings, pulled by things it doesn't understand, instructions written into its DNA passed down from a lineage of 3 billion years of prior parent microbes. Compelled by its genetic code, the new microbe begins eating and adapting to its circumstances, graduating through the ranks of its community and engaging in a system of trillions and trillions of other microbes, all providing their own roles. Every day, the microbe works, eats, and communicates with other members of the system it's associated with, making changes in itself and trying to maintain order of its surroundings. As the microbe ages, though, it becomes increasingly curious of what it is and what it's doing. It was only ever told that it was alive, after all, and then it just started doing stuff. It wonders what alive even means, and why so little an explanation. It questions why it just goes around all day, working to survive and surviving to work. For what? It wonders. What's the point of it all? The weight of these thoughts increasingly bears down on the microbe's motivation, but something in it, or out of it, keeps it going. It struggles through a period of apathy, but the microbe eventually becomes somewhat fueled by its desire to resolve these thoughts, counterbalancing the negative effects of its confusion with intrigue and curiosity. It's almost as if the microbe basically has no choice in the matter, whether it cares to know what it is or isn't and how this affects it. In all cases, its desire to keep living and carry out its role seems to just adapt to it and find it all the same. The microbe continues on, working and fulfilling its role, spending much of its life looking for answers. It talks with other microbes in its community about what they think. It travels to other communities comprised of different microbes and asks them. It looks around every corner, under every object, into everything. It studies, it learns, it offers itself to all sorts of ideas, never quite finding one that seems to hold. Every time it thinks it's found one, the answer eventually collapses in on itself and the microbe moves on to something else. Trying to find the point of everything sort of becomes the point of everything for the microbe. Each night, whenever it has the chance, the microbe looks up at the seemingly unending darkness above it, sprinkled with particles in various formations. It looks at the motion of everything that surrounds it, the bodies of liquid infinitely pushing and pulling all on their own, the air breathing back and forth, the branches of something extending upward and swaying about. The microbe considers all the ideas and explanations it has heard and learned, all the theories it has synthesized on its own. It wonders, on and on, what it all must be. Because of its limited perception, however, it never has, nor ever will, come anywhere close to guessing that it is a gut bacteria inside the intestines of a human body named Ariel. Ariel, an incomprehensibly larger organism, is but entirely dependent on this microbe as well as most of the trillions of others inside and on her. She is, however, mostly unaware of this entire microbial universe that she houses. This one particular microbe, known as a Bacteroides fragilis, is essential to Ariel's food digestion. Her and the microbe persist in a feedback loop relationship, Ariel providing the microbe with its environment, food, and life, the microbe helping Ariel stay alive, assisting her health and mood regulations by digesting fibers, providing her nutrients, and communicating with her brain. Essentially, without knowing it, every time the microbe was unhealthy, disengaged, or sedentary, Ariel suffered, and vice versa. Furthermore, if either Ariel or the microbes gave up and stopped entirely, the other could die, ending their entire particular universe. In this moment, Ariel is sitting at the end of a pier at a beach. It's late in the evening on a Thursday. She has had a long day at work. She's been struggling to find motivation, but something in her, or out of her, keeps her going. It's almost as if she basically has no choice in the matter. She eats some takeout as she looks up at the seemingly unending darkness of the night sky, sprinkled with particles in various formations. She looks at the motion of everything that surrounds her, the ocean infinitely pushing and pulling all on its own, the air ceaselessly breathing back and forth, the branches of the trees swaying about. Ariel looks out and wonders what it all is, what it all must be for. Because of her limited perception, though, she'll never come anywhere close to knowing what she is inside of, nor how important she is to it.